checking, am I live? Okay, hi, all right, I think I'm live now. So Facebook have changed the way that they do live videos on a laptop. And I've been using my phone forever now, so everything looks completely different. There we go. Okie dokie, so today I'm going to be leading you for afternoon advice through a session of EFT, otherwise known as Emotional Freedom Technique or tapping. So for those of you that have never done this before, it might feel a little bit strange. And for those of you that have, I hope that it serves you. So, okay. Someone likes my live video. Nikki. Hi, Nikki. Yay, you're here with me. Yeah, so if anyone is here with me live, please do say hello. Say hi in the comments so that I know that you're out there. And then I can say hello back. Sorry, the setup looks completely different. Okay. Alrighty. Cool. Okay. So what is EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique? So it's a combination of talk therapy and Chinese acupuncture. And how it works is we have these lines of energy that run through our body, which are called meridians. And by tapping specific meridian points, oh, hi, Killian. Hi, Nikki. Yay. By tapping on specific points of this energy system, these meridians, what we're doing is we're stimulating them to kind of reset our nervous system from that fight or flight kind of panic state into a calmer kind of rest and digest state. There have been many studies done over the years that are kind of trying to pinpoint the scientific reason behind why this all works, and it basically comes down to neuroscience. I am not a neuroscientist, so you'll have to forgive my layman's explanation. But basically, from what I understood, what it does is it stimulates your amygdala, which is the part of your brain which is your fear response, and it basically causes it to relax. So when you are fearful of something happening, like if it's if something actually scary happens, if someone starts chasing you, then you need to have a fear response. You need to go into fight, flight, or freeze. Well, preferably fight. But you know what I mean? You need to have a response to that. But what happens is when we lead incredibly stressful lives, our stress response becomes almost automatic, and we start having that response to situations that don't really warrant it physically. So with something like tapping, what it does is it allows you to reset your nervous system, to lessen your fear response, and to stop flooding your body with the stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. So I hope that makes sense. If you want to read more about it, I did put a link to a website called The Tapping Solution, I think that's what it was called, on our page, and you can go read much more there about the research. But that's basically it in a nutshell. And so how it works is when you are feeling particularly stressed, if you feel yourself worked up, you can do a session of tapping, and it has this immediate effect of calming you down. And you can proactively use it as well. So if you have a specific issue with something, or a fear of something, or a habit that you just can't break, you can tap on it, and over time, it will start to change the way your brain responds to that particular issue. So give it a go and see what you think, and hopefully it will be helpful to you. So you might feel a little bit silly while doing it. I certainly did the first time I learned it, but it's definitely worth giving it a go. Cool. So this is how it works, basically. So the first thing we do is we rate our most pressing issue, our MPI, from 0 to 10. 10 being I am the most affected by this that I could possibly be, and 0 being I'm not affected by this at all. And so today I thought what we could focus on is our stress around being in lockdown. Would that be useful to you? If there's something else that's on your mind, please put it in the comments, but otherwise I'm going to assume that that topic would be most useful to everyone who's present here today. So focusing on stress about being in lockdown. And I think let's even pinpoint that even further. So I was having a conversation with Garth last night, and we were talking about how it's very difficult to be in close quarters with someone for such a long time without like having any outside distraction, or like in our case, we live in a 1-bedroom cottage, with very small grounds. So there's just not much space to, not much space to really move around. And so the feeling underneath the stress about being in lockdown is just that trapped feeling. Like, I don't know when this is going to end. I don't know. Yeah, I can only do what I can do within this. It's so out of my control. So I think I would probably pinpoint that as anxiety about feeling out of control. Does that sound on point for you, or is it something else that comes up for you? Let me know in the comments if you're here with me. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead with that. Gosh, it's so strange. So Facebook has totally changed the way that this is laid out. So I can't see who's online, how many are online, if anyone's online. All I can see are the comments. So I'm really going to have to rely on anybody who's here with me live kind of communicating via the comments. Otherwise, I'm just going to do my best to guess. Cool. All right, so how it works. So first we're going to rate our MPI, so our most pressing issue. So when you think about being trapped in lockdown and the anxiety that comes with that, how would you rate your feeling of anxiety about that, about being trapped in lockdown? So from 0 to 10, where are you sitting on that scale? So close your eyes for a moment. Imagine you're in lockdown, you don't know when this is really going to end, feeling a little bit trapped, feeling a bit anxious about all the different implications of that. Where is your anxiety sitting from 0 to 10? 10 being most pressing and 0 being not pressing. And whatever number comes to mind, just trust that number. Okay, I'm sitting on 9. Oh, cool. Thanks, guys. Glad to have you responding, Nikki and Killian. Appreciate it. All right, so if you want to share, you can share what your rating is. Mine, what first came to mind was 8, and then it actually jumped up to 9. So I was like, feeling quite anxious at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to speak out loud about what we're feeling around this whilst tapping on the different points. So let me show you the tapping first, and then we'll begin the exercise. So the first tapping part is the karate chop, which is just under your pinky finger here. So this kind of padded bit by your pinky. So that's the karate chop point. This is above the eye, so kind of on your beginning of your eyebrow. That's above the eye. This is next to the eye, just exactly where my, opposite, exactly where my glasses are. So next to the eye. This is under the eye, under the nose, on the chin, on the collarbone. And then under your arm is kind of just, if you're a lady, it's where your bra strap is. If you're a man, then just under the arm. There, kind of a thing. And then the last one is on top of your head. I don't know if you guys can see, it seems a bit on top of the head like that. Okay. So those are the different points. So I'll speak out loud and then you repeat after me. And it's most effective if you can speak it out loud. So hopefully you're alone in a room, or whoever you're in a room with is not going to react to you speaking out loud whilst tapping yourself. All right. So stress and anxiety around being in lockdown. So let's start. So repeat after me whilst tapping. Even though I feel stressed about lockdown, I deeply and completely accept myself. Now you repeat that after me. Even though I'm stressed about being in lockdown, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I am stressed about being in lockdown, I deeply and completely accept myself. When is this going to end? I feel so anxious about lockdown. They say it's till the end of May, but who really knows? Sorry, the end of April, but who really knows? What about all the people suffering? I hope I don't get sick. I hope none of my loved ones get sick. The world feels so scary right now. And I feel so out of control. I feel so stuck inside my home. I'm worried about the future. This pandemic is devastating. I hate being out of control. I feel so anxious about all of this. I feel so worried all the time. I just want this feeling to go. I wish there was a way to let go of my anxiety. I'll take a deep breath in and release. And close your eyes and think about your MPI again, the most pressing issue. Your stress and anxiety around being in lockdown. Where are you sitting now? Whatever number comes to mind out of 10, trust it. Hopefully some of you have moved down the scale. Perhaps some of you are the same. I'd love to know, so if you want to share in the comments, let me know. I was a 9 when we started and I'm now at a 6. So my stress about this whole lockdown situation has come down, which is amazing. So we're going to do another round. The idea is with your first round, you focus on getting out all the negative thoughts, and then on your next round, you start to turn it around ever so slightly to focus more on positive thinking. So let's do that. All right. Okay, so whatever number you're at now, remember that, and let's start again. Even though I'm worried about lockdown, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I'm worried about lockdown, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I'm worried about lockdown, I deeply and completely accept myself. I know that I can choose my thoughts. Sometimes it just feels so damn hard. Worrying can almost feel addictive. And sometimes I get hooked into the drama. But I know it's possible for me to change my mind. I know it's possible to be at peace even when things are uncertain. I can shift the way I see this lockdown. And I would welcome that reprieve. I can reframe my feelings about lockdown. I can choose to learn and grow. I can feel gratitude for all that I have right now. And man, do I have so much. I may not know when this will end, but that is okay. I can radically accept that this is how things are right now. I can choose to accept them as they are. I can choose to be okay in the present moment. Let's take a deep breath in and release. Now think of your MPI and where are you sitting right now on a scale of 1 to 10. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sitting on a 4. So I went from a 9 to a 6 to a 4. And I must say I am feeling a lot calmer. Where are you guys sitting who are with me? Killian and Nikki, I'm not sure if you're still there. The setup is very strange. This is why I do it on my phone. But if you are out there, I would love to know where are you sitting right now? Because I'm tempted to do another round. So let me know if your number is still quite high. I'll do another round and let's see if we can get it even lower. So I'll just wait to hear from you in the comments. There might be a little bit of a lag. I'll check on my phone quick. So there is it's quite like a phenomenon, I must say, that you can go from like a 10 to a 0 in one tapping session. It's quite incredible. Nikki's feeling much calmer. Yay, that's good. That's really good. And let's see if we can get it. Oh, here it is. So Killian's on a 4 and Nikki's on a 3. Cool. I don't know, it's a bit delayed on my laptop, but I can see it on my phone. Okay, well, let's do one more quick round, and let's see if we can get it as low as we can. So I'm on a 4 right now, which feels better, feels like a lot of relief, but let's go even lower. All right, are you ready? Let's do it. Okay. Even though I'm in lockdown, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm in lockdown, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm in lockdown, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I'm deciding to let go of my worry. I'm going to have awareness of how I feel. And if I become aware that I don't feel good, I'm going to take action to change that. I can change my state. I can change my thoughts. I can choose my behavior. From this moment, I'm going to become aware of those choices. And this will give me peace. It will also give me freedom. And really what I want right now is some freedom. Freedom to feel good no matter what. Freedom to choose thoughts which serve me. Freedom to choose action which supports me. I'm going to be calm. I'm going to remember that this too shall pass. And I'm going to be okay. In fact, I am okay. Okay, let's take a deep breath. Release. Where are you sitting now on your MPI from 0 to 10? Whatever number comes up. I'm at a 2. So funny, I see the number as this big, like, number just flashes in my head. So, yeah, I'm at a 2, feeling much calmer. Love to know where you guys are at. I don't know if it will come through, but I can pick up my phone and see if I can see it there. Yeah, I hope that this has been beneficial to you. It's quite a strange thing, but somehow it works. So if you're interested in understanding that exactly, then do go onto that website and you can read some more about it. Okay, I can't see it in the comments, but that's okay. Cool. So yeah, that is basically nutshell EFT. Oh, hi Stacey. I've missed the beginning, but 5 is in my head. Oh, cool. Okay. So maybe what you could do is go back and start from the beginning, or if 5 is feeling like good relief to you, then leave it for now and come back to it later or tomorrow, or do another positive round. So yeah, so it takes a little bit of practice to figure out how to do it for yourself. There are actually some scripts if you want to follow them. In our group, if you go to files, there's a tab that says files, and in that you'll see there's some tapping scripts that I've shared with you. Months ago, I shared a video in some tapping, and I put those scripts in there. So you're welcome to go and read off the scripts as you go. After a while, you can just make it up for yourself, or you can do that straight away if you feel comfortable trying it out. I must say, the first time I did it without a script, like, I felt a little bit lost, but actually it kind of came naturally. Like, you just speak out loud how you're feeling, and you'd be amazed. The words just come. Like, I mean, I didn't script that. I just saw, like, whatever came out of my mouth came out of my mouth. Okay, didn't help kids coming in the room while doing it. Yeah, you could do it with them. It could almost become like a fun activity if they're up for it. And they'll giggle and they'll feel silly, and you'll probably feel silly and you'll giggle too. But maybe that's okay. Maybe that also kind of stimulates you to move into that rest state in your nervous system, so that fear response is lessened. And there's no better way to do that than laughter. So I think also sometimes feeling silly while doing it and laughing is actually okay. It probably aids the process. Killian's feeling peaceful. Yay! Cool. Yeah, I feel quite floaty actually, like quite nice. So that's really cool. A quick way to do it, if you find yourself in like a super anxious moment where you can't like excuse yourself and go and do a whole round of tapping. So hang on, I'll get to that in a moment. I'm getting ahead of myself. So first thing is, remember, you rate your most pressing issue. So you rate the thing that you are most stressed about from 0 to 10, 10 being most stressful. Then you do a negative round of tapping. So you complete the cycle and you do it focusing on how you're feeling right now. So like get all of the bad feelings out. Then you rate your MPI again, you see if there's been some relief, and then you do a more positive round where you start to acknowledge how you want to feel instead. And that usually offers quite a bit of relief. If you still feel like you want to come down, do another round like we did today. We did 3 rounds, but 2 rounds, to be honest, can often be enough. If you're in a situation where you don't have time to go and do those rounds, like you're in the kitchen and the kids are running around and they're driving you crazy, or you're watching the news and you're just in a panic state and maybe the other people in the house are around you and it just doesn't feel like you can go and do that, very simply, you can just tap on the karate chop point. So you can just tap there and you can say to yourself out loud or in your head, I am safe, I am safe, I am safe, I am safe. And you just keep doing that. You just keep tapping. I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. Phew. Like immediately just phew. So that's another like quick way to do it. But if you do have time to do the proper full rounds, then I definitely suggest doing that because yeah, it's very helpful. And like I said at the beginning of the video, if you do it every day and you focus on a particular thing that maybe you struggle with a lot, it can really start changing that story for you. And also with like addictions and pain, like chronic pain, it can help relieve that if you do it every day over time. Gabby Bernstein, who's a spiritual author that I follow, and I know some of you follow her too, she had terrible postnatal depression and anxiety after giving birth to her son. And she was doing tapping, she said, every single day to help relieve her. And I mean, she was doing a bunch of other stuff as well. But the tapping really helped. So no matter what the issue is, if it doesn't feel good, tapping can help you turn that around. So yeah, I definitely encourage you, play around with it and see what comes out. And if you want to use the scripts, I can't remember which ones are in there. I think it's around negative self-talk or judgment. There's some scripts for judgment, and there is one for anxiety as well. I know that much. So yeah, and if you have any requests, anything else that you want, like if you want me to do another tapping live, I'll happily do that. And on a specific topic, you let me know, and I will definitely lead one and let you know when I'm going to do it so that you don't have to miss out. Or you can always come back and watch the video anytime. But yeah, so let me know. I'm here to serve in whatever way I can. Cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. I hope this has been good. And thanks for coming and being with me live. I really appreciate that. Tomorrow, I'm not sure how often I'm going to be live because I'm on a training day. I've got a monthly training group that I'm part of where we do TA training, and it goes like the whole day. So I'll see if I can work lives around that and try come on at least once live, but I'm not going to be able to do meditation in the morning, but I will share a link to a meditation so that you guys can still do that. But then I think I come on live after the training at the end of the day, maybe 4:30 instead of 4. Cool. Thanks, Killian. Thanks for coming. Thanks, Stacey, Nikki, and whoever else is out there. I really appreciate it. And thank you to anyone who came back and watched the replay. If you have any questions, you shout, and I will answer. Cool. Sending you lots of love, and I'll catch you later for Good Night Gratitude at 8 o'clock South African time. Cool. Lots of love. Bye, guys.